Well, he is accused of beating his 6-year-old great-grandnephew to death. And tonight, the Seminole County man won't be getting out of jail anytime soon. No bond for Tony Gonsoulin. And tonight, new information in the case. Investigators are questioning 2 people who they say might have known about the alleged abuse but never called to report it. Deputies say on Thursday, the 49-year-old held Cameron Palmer underwater and then beat the boy. The whole thing happened at Gonsoulин's home on Awry Drive in Apopka. First on Fox, Holly Bristow live at the Seminole County Jail tonight. Holly?
Well, Mike, tonight police are now investigating 2 people who they say more than likely didn't do anything when they knew about the abuse. First person, Gonsoulin's common-law wife. They believe that there had been some abuse in that home earlier in the week. The boy had some bruises that appeared to be a few days old that she had to have seen, and deputies say at this point they don't believe she did anything about it. The second person that they're investigating right now is a neighbor who said he heard some screams over a fence on Thursday. He looked over the fence. He says he saw Gonsoulin holding the 6-year-old underwater for 20 to 30 seconds at a time, and he did not call police either. Today here was the first appearance for Gonsoulin on murder charges, and today he showed absolutely no emotion, and right now he's being watched for possibly having suicidal thoughts.
I find there's probable cause for the charge of homicide.
Tony Gonsoulin stood stone-faced, emotionless as he made his first appearance for murder charges before a Seminole County judge this afternoon. The Seminole County Sheriff's Office says Gonsoulin dipped his 6-year-old great-nephew underwater several times for up to 30 seconds. Deputies say a short time later, Gonsoulin took Cameron Palmer into a bathroom at this home where deputies say he beat the boy to death.
He's admitted to physically abusing the child.
We tried to learn more about Gonsoulin from someone at his home today and were kicked off the property.
I'm going to give you the 5 to get off the property. I already called the cops.
According to his arrest records, Gonsoulin owns a sign company. He lives in this home on Awry Drive with his common-law wife and their 10-year-old son. Lieutenant James Clark says Gonsoulin has 3 prior misdemeanors, all from the 1990s: battery, resisting an officer without violence, and a drug charge.
He has no history of child abuse with the Department of Children and Families. He has no history with the Seminole County Sheriff's Office.
The 6-year-old Gonsoulin is accused of beating and killing, was visiting for the summer from Louisiana along with his 2 brothers, ages 4 and 10. Preliminary autopsy results show bruises that were a few days old. Deputies say it's looking like Thursday was not the first time little Cameron Palmer was beaten by his great-uncle. Now, the state attorney's office and sheriff's deputies are looking into possibly pressing charges against the common-law wife and that neighbor. So big question tonight, when is it your responsibility to call 911 or to call a child abuse hotline? I'll have all those details coming up at 6 o'clock. For now, we're live at the Seminole County Jail. Holly Bristow, Fox at 5.
And Holly, just a little bit more on what we heard from the deputy. You actually mentioned in your story that Gonsoulin had a child of his own. So any reports at all of child abuse on that child?
Mike, I asked that same question. No reports of child abuse against his own child, and it appears that the other 2 children that were visiting were also untouched as well. And deputies also tell me that they had never had any reports or complaints to that home where they all lived.
All right, Holly Bristow live in Seminole County.